John Bollinger with Premier Guitar. Today we're doing a review demo of Seymour Duncan's Catalina chorus. The Catalina chorus. I'll tell you all about this very cool pedal after I tell you about how we're recording it. I've got my 66 Strat Fathead, it's all stock, and I'm just running directly into the Catalina, and that's running into a Fender Supersonic amp. And we're in the clean channel right now. Let me turn this off. And it sounds a little bit like this. Later on we'll be in the dirty channel, it'll sound like this. So just straight in, I'm micing it with a Royer R121 mic that's going into an FG Quartet and into Pro Tools. So basically, Strat, chorus, Fender amp, Pro Tools. Okay, about this very cool pedal. I was never a chorus guy. I made it all the way through the 80s without owning a chorus, which is quite a feat if you were there. But it's never been my bag. But this thing is really great. It is so musical. They really did it right. So let me tell you about the basic ingredients. First, true bypass, which is cool. Bucket Brigade chips, you know what I'm talking about, even if I can't explain it scientifically. Power, which we're running on Voodoo Labs pedal power, gives the option between 9 and 18. And although I can't hear the difference, maybe some of you out there can, but what I do like about that 18 option is because there's times when you run out of 9s and you've got some 18s with nowhere to go. So great for just another option of working into your pedal board. The basic ingredients are on and off right here. Right here is delay, which goes between 6 and 60 milliseconds. Mix, which is very cool, lets you dial up, blend your dry and your wet signal. That's huge. Depth gets everything from C, sicky, extreme to subtle, and then rate. So why don't I just kind of dial some of those around and you can hear what it does. One really cool thing it does was setting it kind of extremely up here, like almost seasick, and you get a really convincing Leslie kind of sound. That is pretty big, man. It's awesome like that. Granted, a little seasicky by itself, but to add some dirt to that, it's just huge. Great tone. Speaking of tone, there's this little tone knob, and I like that they made it so small because tone to me is like something you kind of want to set it where you want it and then not touch it. And with a big knob, it's really easy to inadvertently touch it. So I love that they made it tiny and up here. I'm gonna dial it back a tiny bit and bring our rate down a little bit. Just show you how you can kind of mold these things. That's cool, right? Very cool. And then let me show you just kind of the more subtle ones. Like the delay, I found if I crank it way up and the mix way up and depth all the way down and rate, I don't think it even matters, but we'll put that up. Dig this, you get almost kind of a slapbacky kind of thing. it's got this kind of like crazy cowpunk sort of sound, and it makes sloppy playing very forgiving. Okay, so up to this point, you've seen these features that you've seen on other chorus pedals, like modern things, you know, modern chorus pedals with the mix and all that's great. But here's something really cool. They've added this expression bit right there. And what that does, it will adjust to your playing. So if you want more chorus when you're digging in hard, you put it like that. And this, the threshold, determines how quickly it will get to that. So if you want it to play only when you're playing really hard, you set it down like that, and it'll have like I'll put in kind of a normal wettish kind of setting. So you're not really hearing it, but kind of cool, right? So say you want that, you want it to kick in a little quicker when you're not only when you're hitting it really hard. We'll just turn that threshold like that, and it will get into it a bit more. Okay, let's see. So like cool, right? Then you can go the other direction. Say you want it only when you're playing softly. Then you can put it like that. We'll make it pretty extreme. So cool, right? So in short, the expression just makes it that much more expressive. And speaking of expressive, this does really, you know, it does that kind of modern chorusy thing well, and the Leslie thing well. And there's that weird slapback bit. But what I really like, I like this kind of over-the-top 80s and 70s chorus where it's like, it's a very, you're not trying to be subtle. You're saying, yeah, I definitely have an effect on this. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? Maybe not for everybody, maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but cool to have there. One more real cool bit, you can run this thing in stereo. Whew, could you imagine? So, in fact, let's just see how extreme it gets. Okay, that is a little seasicky, but cool nonetheless. So those are the basics on the Catalina chorus by Seymour Duncan. To read the full written review, go to premiere.guitar.com, and while you're online, make sure you like us on Facebook and subscribe to our ever-growing YouTube channel. This is John Bolger. Till next time.
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on PremierGuitar.com.